Howdy folks, welcome to another vintage toy and antique hunt. I'm at the one-of-a-kind antique mall in Woodstock, Ontario. This place is a monster. It looks like a huge factory building. Reminds me of the factory buildings that my parents worked at when I was a kid. And a shout out to Richard in the Kitchener area. Thanks for recommending this place. We just watched the Freelton Antique Mall walk through and said, hey, have you ever been to the one-of-a-kind antique mall in Woodstock? Never heard of it, and very interested to check it out. I've also heard from someone else about the antique mall in Mount Bridges, which looking forward to checking that out someday. And if you're in southern Ontario too and you know of places like this to check out, definitely throw the idea out. I don't think I'll be traveling outside of the province or even outside of the southern part of the province anytime soon, but always love discovering places like this. So let's head inside and check out what they got.
And here we go into the Woodstock Antique Mall. One of a kind, it certainly is. So the first floor. Everybody welcome Eric back for another virtual walkthrough.
How you doing? Thank you very much for having me again.
Starting off with some Star Wars figures and some other smorgasbord.
Is that yellow and blue guy? Is that a action? What is that? Action Force, right?
I'm not sure. LJN. Always got to be LJN. They're everywhere, just like at the Freelton Antique Mall.
I see some adventure people too. Oh,
there's some Joes. I think that was Iceberg. The second version of Iceberg. More LJN.
That He-Man with the red chevron. That was Thunder Punch. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. This is the Gem Rockin' Roadster, I believe. Now, chartreuse in pink. When I was doing the Viper list, I found a chartreuse in pink Viper. I think it was the Mega Viper, one of the 90s Vipers. And I thought, what a combination. Pink and chartreuse, or magenta. The Viper was magenta.
That is a sharp looking ride, let me tell you. Nothing screamed 80s, I think, like that does.
And check this out. I didn't know about this, but pop the back trunk. It's a radio.
Wow.
Yeah, because Gem, music,
yeah.
Rock. It's an actual radio. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Some vintage games here.
Vintage games, nice. Ooh, is that
Atari?
Well, I thought I saw the Street Fighter there on Genesis too. Was that right in front there? I couldn't tell.
Streets of Rage? I don't know what this thing is.
Oh, that's one of those old. Is that one of those old? I think Milton Bradley or Mattel games. Oh, that Merlin. That was a fun game. We had that. Ooh, nice Cylon.
By your command.
Yeah. Oh, UMD. One of the funny thing is I found a Sony PS. What was that little handheld console? Not the Vita. It was the one before that. I found. Oh, hey, there he is.
The Hoff.
The Hoff. But I found one of those on top of the cabinets in my house when I moved in here. Sony UMD games.
It's one of those Street Fighter 2 G.I. Joes.
Yeah. Those are like really good for customizing, I think. They've got some different looking parts on.
This is a signed by Buzz himself, Buzz Aldrin G.I. Joe astronaut, 12-inch figure.
Poor Buzz, the second man on the moon.
There's the Bright Knight.
Oh, wow. That's a great looking figure.
It's like a Ken doll as Batman?
Yeah, it looks like a Ken Batman or something.
With the King of Rock and Roll. Got some Transformers.
Who is that?
That's Takara Tomy 1973 Lightning Tron. I'm sure someone in the comments will let us know.
Looks like a Mirage and a Wheeljack and
Betty Boop. There are some Funko Pops, surprisingly.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Some TMNT mixed in with some He-Man and what else?
LJN. Wrestling figures.
LJN.
That's actually one of the more rare ones, the one on the left, Ted DiBiase.
Your friend had Jitsu back there.
Yeah. Oh, there's a Toy Box 1983 Fireboltron.
Jin Urso. Oh, the Batman figures. Those were great. Those are the Toy Biz Batmans, I think, right?
Shipwreck's
is that a Black Canary? I wonder what line that was from. Huh.
More turtles. Nice hoist. Yeah. Or moist, as he's known in Hollywood. Cabbage Patch Kid. Who will ever forget that Cabbage Patch Kid craze?
Oh, no.
Usagi Yojimbo. And
That,
Jitsu.
correct me if I'm wrong,
Or
that is like an
Ginger.
extremely valuable TMNT figure, right?
Is
Somebody
it?
told me once, yeah, it's one of the more valuable ones.
I could see that. Oh man.
I'm sure somebody could probably tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure somebody told me one time that was a really hard one to find.
I could see that being the case since he's like a crossover figure. He's not actually a Turtles figure.
That Casio portable color TV. I had one of those. Well, more precisely, my dad did, and I used to watch that up and down to my grandparents' house in the back seat of the car when we were kids.
I bought one specifically for a movie I shot in university.
Mm-hmm.
I had this kind of spy character, total Solid Snake type of character, and he needed like a communicator. This is, before smartphones. So he needed a communicator in his hand. So I bought one of those just for that thing and never used it again after the shoot. Called it a code com.
Yeah, we used to go up and back to my parents' house, and I think it was on Sundays, and I used to watch, it was when Amazing Stories was on TV, and I used to watch Amazing Stories on that little TV going up and back to my grandparents' house. Oh, those are great. The Star Wars Rogue One dolls are cool.
It was a Timberlake doll.
Yeah.
And New Kids on the Block PVC.
Funko sodas. I hadn't heard of those. New Kids, NKOTB.
Yeah. Donnie, he's a big actor now. Brother of Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, he was in Band of Brothers. He was a great character. That was a great show. Miniseries. AT&T. Gosh, how many people did we all know that had those tomes?
Yeah, lots of great books and comics here. This store as well.
That is the title of that book. I don't think you'd see that today. That's a little insensitive by today's standards. Oh, that's
lots of other stuff here too. Yeah.
God, so much stuff that would be like right for restoring.
This is Jack Burton's telephone repairman costume from Big Trouble in Little China. The guy literally just grabs a phone and walks in going, "Telephone repair."
I love that though. Those old headset phones like that. I would still like one of those with like the rotary dials. Oh, I love those old. They're so tactile. There's something about. I don't even know if they'd work today with the phone lines. They're all digital now.
Speaking of old school, 8-tracks. You got to know when to hold them. Know when to fold them.
Know when to walk away.
I got good memories of those. We had some when I was a little kid.
It felt like the future when those first came out.
Oh yeah, it's a huge advancement from records, archaic records. And it's funny we've come full circle. Do you think we'll see 8-tracks again in a couple of years? Big A&W bear.
Hey, Skipper. There you go.
Barbie collection. Something for everyone here.
It's funny you say that, and if it was Carla in the shop, she'd be going straight for all the dinosaur toys.
Lots of comics. There's the return of Megatron. G2 Megatron returned in this issue of G.I. Joe.
Jonah Hex. Those are actually really good books.
Conan.
Yeah.
It's a Conan comic there by Christy.
There we go. Some nice cars.
Bag of stuff.
Looks like Happy Meal toys. Is that what those are?
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's usually where you see those guys, just in a bag.
I didn't know this, but I read somewhere recently that it was not McDonald's that first had all the Disney toys. That Disney's first big deal was with Burger King, actually, and Burger King is what kind of spurred that sort of increased collector market for, like food premium toys. I had never known that before.
Is that Ecto?
I think it could be.
It's an old Cadillac ambulance, which is what Ecto was. Yeah. That painting we just saw, was that one of yours?
I don't know how it would have made it there, but in like 20, 30 years, something like that, we'll start looking at antique shops.
I don't know what this is.
That's an old projector, right?
Oh, really? And payphone.
Oh, that's cool. Wouldn't that be fun to have in the hallway of your house? That's
I don't
totally
know.
me right there.
I don't know. you kind of think like stuff like that would be cool in the house, but I wanted to put one of those doors that are on like store doors, like the metal doors that you push. I thought that'd be cool, like on the toy room, to have the door. But when you actually get one in your hand, like I saw one at a store and hold it, I'm like, no, that wouldn't work in an actual residential house. Die-cast stuff.
Lots of die-cast.
And
oh,
hello, what have we here? And it's cheaper here. It was actually $10 cheaper here than you'll find it at Walmart or Toys R Us, and you won't even find it there. Hey, it's the USS flag. It's looking a little smaller than I remember it. I'm not sure what that is, but that fire truck was on it, so I put it back on there.
Oh, lots of box Hot Wheels. The world's not short of those, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta give Hot Wheels some respect for an enduring toy line, but
it's kind of like before Funko Pops, and was Hot Wheels before Pez?
Yeah.
Classic.
Hey, that's really cool. That's the kind of thing I would love to get a set of. I think we had a few of those when I was a kid, like some of those Star Wars cups or something. But yeah, those are cool. Okay. Every time I find ones like that, like Disney stuffed cups and things like that, and I always buy them if I see them, because it's fun to have a set of that kind of stuff. Yeah, that looks like a Super 8 camera right there.
Oh, that's what I cut my teeth on.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
The old splicing. Lego minifigures. It's a nice Batman.
Yeah. Harry Potter. Is this the same sort of thing as that other antique mall that you that we looked at, that where people come in and set up their little booths? Yeah, that's cool. Because you get such a neat mix that way of stuff.
Yeah, every price tag has a certain number on it, so that's how they know who the money goes to.
Yeah. Look at that. Is that a what is that? Was that Mr. Freeze in the middle of that? Oh, and then Leader One. Nice.
Oh, I missed it when I was there. Now seeing it, playing it back. Oh, that was Leader One. I've got one, but I'm always open to getting a better version of something I have.
Which Voltron is that? Is that the original?
Looks the like Penoche Place, I think. Missing the top of his head.
Oh, okay.
Planet of the
I had that book. I had that book when I was a kid.
And wow. Dune. Yeah, Vintage Dune.
Battle for the Known Universe, because Dune is a great movie for kids.
Yeah, and an old VHS of a Dune, and I know this is one of your favorite posters.
I'm staring at the movie poster right in front of me right now.
And I will always see the Falcon top when I look at that tower.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
That magazine. What Me Worry? I preferred Cracked.
Oh, look at that. That's one of the old Pong replica knockoffs that like 800 companies sold back in the 70s. We had one too that was made by Magnavox, I think it was.
Oh, I didn't know.
The Odyssey. Yeah.
Boombox. It's funny how small some of these speakers are now, and they're 10 times louder than those old boomboxes.
Yeah.
Turtles poster. It's lenticular.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, it moves. Bags of figures. Oh, I just love pegboard. I just love the look of it. Toys hanging off a pegboard.
It's kind of, it feels like home, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's cheap too. I mean, anyone who wants to even have just a little segment of pegboard in their home, it's not that much if you just go down to your Lowe's or your Home Depots.
Well, you want to know, I'll tell you that's something funny about living in a really small place like this is I was trying to get pegboard for the shop in the garage. Oh, good Lord. What is that? I was like, huh.
Sorry, you're
reboot? No.
This is a reboot.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. I didn't know they made so many different versions of this. But no, I couldn't find pegboard here anywhere on the island. I couldn't get it. Yeah. Oh, gosh darn Batman. That is an awesome looking Batman. I know it was just the repaint of the which one was it? The Superpowers Batman, but I still think that was just a great pure looking movie Batman figure before they started going 20 different colors and Scuba Batman. Oh, I had that
Yeah.
issue of the Death in the Family issue of Batman. That's a great comic. It was Galactica diecast. I don't know what that bunny thing is.
Is that Jackson from Star Wars, or maybe it's his cousin? Oh, I had this one, the free Luke figure they gave you at special edition of Star Wars Return of the Jedi. And after like a year, on all of them, the bubble fell off the card because
bummer.
Just on that one, they used some really cheap glue. So I had them bagged and stored, and then I checked on them after a year and like, what? It fell right off.
Yeah.
A lone air raid there.
Whatever those are. Oh, what is that? Oh, is that a scorpion? A Spider-Man scorpion? Whatever that was. It looked kind of cool.
I'm not sure. Wrestling trading cards.
Wrestling cards.
God,
trading cards, man. I loved trading cards. There's really aren't a thing now. Like they're just the baseball and sports ones. It was so much fun getting like packs of cards for the Goonies or E.T. or that was so much fun. I love those.
It says really something about how less social we are as a society, because that's trading card was for trading. Like, hey, do you got a Haas Funk? Sure, I'll trade you Jake the Snake for it.
Yeah. That was Garbage Pail Kids for us. We used to trade Garbage Pail Kids on the bus going to school because we weren't allowed Garbage Pail Kids at school. They were banned. And so we'd sit and trade them on the bus going to and from. Yeah. Zoids are cool toys. Those are really cool toys.
This is a mail order slip for Super Trooper. That's it. A Super Trooper point, because you had to have a certain number of them to get them, just like Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah.
I remember
that was basically the G.I. Joe Captain America, right? He was silver.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that Steel Brigade being so disappointed by the file card, because I thought it would look like actual file cards, and instead it was a piece of paper.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
These guys are really expensive. Vintage Horde Trooper. For anyone who, and it's not even complete, but for anyone who couldn't afford one, Origins 1 is coming out now, so it's going to be a lot easier in the wallet.
Typewriter.
Man, I miss my typewriter.
Mm-hmm.
Loved writing on a typewriter.
Well, there's still people that write on typewriters and nothing else because they don't want to be distracted by all the apps and notifications and all that sort of stuff.
Ads.
Yeah, ads.
That's very true. Amazing record collection here.
Yeah.
There's a Steppenwolf.
Huh.
And Jim Morrison, Break On Through, The Doors. These are all vintage too, I think. Oh, Breaker 19, this year's the Rubber Duck. You got a copy on me, Pigpen? Billy Idol.
Oh, Billy Idol, nice.
Amazing prices too. Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
Dr. Hook. I don't know Dr. Hook.
Foreigner. Yeah.
Paul Simon.
Simon.
Donna Summer. I could just do a whole video of leafing through these records.
Probably a lot of hipsters that would really appreciate that.
Fine Young Cannibals.
Fine Young Cannibals. Gosh.
Those are the new guys. Those aren't vintage. Those are newer guys. Nazareth.
Lots of Foreigner. Oh, and the Jada die-cast. Those are just all over the place. But it's actually fun. Like when I'll see those sometimes for really cheap, I'll pick them up. Just because,
this thing takes a penny instead of a quarter.
Do you know that there'd be no reason for you to know this, but my grandma had an old phone almost just like that in her house. And maybe that's why I like it so much. Yeah. Yeah. It looked almost exactly like that. It was an old one with the bells and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Ram Man. And
this is a Star Wars aquarium type of thing. Water game.
Those like crystal growth thing. Oh, that's cool. Those G.I. Joe sets like that.
And another 12-inch Joe set. These were amazing.
Yeah.
Guy comes with his own boat, Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
The figures might have had left something to be desired, but the outfits were always top notch.
Oh, that's a kickback to the old helicopter pack from the original G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
We had at my grandma's house, she had like a box of the old toys that like were my uncle's toys and everything. And he had all those old G.I. Joes that if they were worth if they were in better condition, they probably would have been worth a lot of money. But he had like the little submarine and the helicopter pack and the all that stuff. He had like the GI Joe that was in there was actually really one of the valuable ones too. It wasn't the fuzzy head one; it was the molded hair one, which I've come to find out since then was actually the valuable one. Yeah, I don't know what happened to all that stuff.
This I think is a newer, or maybe I don't know, newer 90s. 90s is new to me, but KB exclusive 12-inch Green Hornet, and his sidekick. It's kind of ridiculous to think of Bruce Lee as a sidekick, but that's how he started. Kato.
Oh. That's funny.
It's amazing the reach that a movie star can have. Guy starts out in, he was born in the States, but then made a few movies overseas, and now he's,
Randy Savage. Oh, that's cool.
Beautiful set here, yeah. I love the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
It's cardboard, but it's really awesome. I just posted a picture of a cardboard SDF-1.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
I would have lost my mind for that when I was a kid if I'd seen that.
So, cardboard, if you're an aficionado of toy collecting, you might turn your nose up at cardboard. What? But that stuff, if it's good quality, print, and you fold it up right, it could look really, really good. So I dig that. That Trek set I actually picked up. I wish I hadn't picked it up on eBay. I think it was last year, and waited to grab it here so I wouldn't have got killed on shipping. But I wanted to have that bridge set. Battle Cat. Saw some Star Wars figures in bags back there a few 10 or 15 seconds. It looked like they were in amazing condition. Oh, the Yoda playset. I loved that thing when I was a kid. Jabba. One of his arms needs a moisturizer, I think. The Fawns.
Barbarino.
Those were the coolest guys.
Those are awesome. Oh, wow. Psychedelic Kiss poster.
Cool looking Beatles.
Those are interesting. I've never seen those before. I mean, I'm sure it looks like some sort of set or something, but usually that kind of thing you see a lot of. I don't believe I've ever seen those, like tie-dye, soupy paint, whatever they are.
Some of this stuff might be custom, like just made here.
Oh, there's your vintage Grayskull right there. See, I think the paint app on the vintage Grayskull is a lot better than the Origins one. A lot better.
I agree. Yeah. I love that the Origins one is here. Mm-hmm. I love that it's sitting in stores right now, at least in Canada. Mm-hmm. Kenner Beetlejuice. I love that it's available to people and it's not expensive and it has a figure. It's just, the paint on the original one to me does look better. Ultimate Muscle.
Oh, I loved those things when I was a kid too. The pink ones. I was obsessed with those. Oh, Reaction Star Trek. Oh, those are cool.
Fascinating.
Yeah, there's a good chance I would have bought those had I seen them.
That's a big truck right there. 6-scale G.I. Joe truck and some O-rings.
Which one was that? Was that a battle? With the guy in the middle. He's a
pilot of one of the...
Dreadnought or something like that? Maybe?
No, he was a Joe pilot of the... what was it? It was a helicopter, like a jet helicopter. Kind of G.I. Joe's version of Airwolf.
Yeah. Oh, Big Boa. Oh, Zartan. Zartan was my absolute favorite G.I. Joe. I just thought he was so cool.
Leatherneck. Space rock and roll. Blizzard.
And sci-fi, of course. Wow, Captain America or something. Oh, is that a Roadblock?
Yeah.
What version
Space
of Roadblock? That was Space Roadblock.
Yeah, Star Brigade. I'm surprised they didn't do Space Mud and Junkyard.
Yeah. No Falcon. Raptor.
There
he is.
He really does stand out.
I always loved that Joe. He just caught my eye when I was a kid.
The funny thing, he's not actually neon. He's just lime.
Yeah, it's just a bright green. Yeah.
Hornetroid.
Oh, Micronauts.
Micronauts.
That was Micronauts, or like after that last video that we did and seeing all those Micronaut toys, it kind of made me thirsty for Micronauts. I think I'm gonna have to get some of that. Garbage.
Oh, there they are. Outlawed in the 80s.
Yeah.
Hard to find those now.
Yeah, those are a big thing. I got a book not too long ago that had like all the trading card art in there.
Now, this is a Food Fighter by
Food
Hasbro.
Fighters, yeah.
And they came with basically G.I. Joe weapons.
Mhm.
The rifles and backpacks were like Joe-sized.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I haven't had time to finish it yet, but I've actually been working on that. But I've been filming the whole build, so it's been taking me a really long time.
Awesome.
Droids, is that a DVD?
There's
or
a
VHS?
Jetfire in the background there.
Oh yeah.
That Jetfire was too good to pass up on. Looked a lot better than the one I have.
Nice. Triple T. Those are a couple of the Joe vehicles. And what was that? The Wolverine, right? Is that one of the missiles? Yeah, I had that one.
Asp, Raven. There's a Thunder Machine in the background.
And I just have to say this, I've said this before, the Night Raven is, I think, the single most beautiful toy airplane that's ever been made.
Yeah. Someone please make a Clint Eastwood Firefox pilot figure so we can stick it in the Night Raven. This one's for Jason Swank. James Bond Jr. He's a big fan of Bond and James Bond Jr. And they actually had a toy line. This is a great show, actually. If you like Bond, I would give it a shot. It's not as terrible as you would think it is.
The Dr. No, they looked like was interesting.
Yeah, and Jaws appeared in the show too.
Look at that. That looks interesting.
Glow in the dark
ghost ship. Ooh, that's cool.
Now, have you ever wondered why don't we have an Alien Queen watch?
Wow.
Now we do. Well, I guess it's pretty old, but who thought we needed an Alien Queen watch?
Well, it's the ultimate in brand overextension, I guess.
So going up to the second floor now. Yeah, the Queen is like when you make a joke about, there were Transformers underwear and socks.
Yeah.
Peek out the window there. It really is a battlefield in here.
This is just incredible.
Yeah. It's amazing that you can go through that huge first floor. It's as big as the Freelton Antique Mall. And then you've got a second floor to go through, which is the same size. And then you've got a third floor to go through, which is the same size.
These places, it's like, I love these, and I so miss this kind of thing. There was in Alameda, there were a couple of stores that weren't even close to this big. That this is where I used to live in Alameda. But there was also a monthly antique show and sale kind of thing that would happen out on the old airfield, out in the old naval base. That was huge, and it was like this, but it was nowhere near this kind of like treasure trove of stuff. You didn't there were bins of stuff that were all set up, but it wasn't like this, where everything was laid out and everything was semi-organized. And I walk through something like this and I almost feel like overstimulated. It's almost nicer seeing it on video here because I'm actually seeing what you're showing. It's like, otherwise it's like you have all this stuff all around you, and it's like, oh my gosh. Oh, there's Curly or Larry or one of them.
And the folks here are top notch. They're such a great help as you get stuff, because I did grab a few things here. They'll take it and put it in a box and give you a card, give you a number. So you just give them your number when you're done shopping, and they'll take it all out of the box. So you don't have to carry through 3 floors. There's a Garfield.
Amazing.
Amazing folks running this place. And I really, the thing I like about it over conventions is there's no fee. You don't have to pay an entry fee like at some conventions. Parking isn't a sweat. They've got parking there. At Freelton also, there's parking there. Some of the conventions you have to pay for parking or worry, how long can I be on the road? Coca-Cola.
Oh, that's fun.
I just love seeing like a collection of, I'm not a huge Coke fan, but it's cool to see like Coke plates and vintage, all sorts of the different things. Yeah. There's a Death Star that opens up
into Tatooine for some reason.
Yeah, strange combination. Is Tasmanian Angel instead of Tasmanian Devil.
Interesting.
Yeah. These are custom made, I imagine.
Yeah, I was going to say those have to be hand knitted.
Yeah.
Carla did some. She knits, and she did some just gorgeous toys for like her niece and this and she did like this elephant that was just adorable.
Yeah. I kept
telling her she needed to do a Baby Yoda, but
there's Care Bears.
Oh
Oh, I
wow.
love Care Bears.
Yeah, that's cool.
I got a soft spot for, even the shows I didn't watch much, like Care Bears, She-Ra, Gem. I just dig them because they were right alongside all of the stuff I did love back in the day. They're that
Well,
garnish.
I legit totally used to watch Gem when I was a kid. I love that. There's something about that show I just really liked it.
It's well written, and back when most of the episodes of most of the shows were just one and done, Gem was like a soap opera. It had continuity.
I think that's why I liked it. Yeah,
and it wasn't just.
I have to break in that Alpha Star, that Adventure People thing. That was one of the most coveted toys that I ever used to stare at and gawk at, and I never had it.
Oh.
I might have bought that on the spot.
Well, I'll be hitting this place again, so make a list of whatever you want, and I'll if it's still there, I'll grab it for you.
Nice.
Corporal Kirshner, rest in peace, sir. Salute to you.
Oh yeah.
There's a Sectar.
Are those
Dinobots boxed?
Are they reissues? They originals. Wow.
Original Dinobot, $350. Yeah, original boxed Dinobots.
Really?
M.a.s.k. The good Marshall.
Oh, there he is.
Brave Star. There's a vintage Skeletor. So it's a combination of, there's some 90s stuff, but there's also like actual real 80s and even 70s and vintage and higher end stuff. There's a price point for everyone. Naked Hulk.
Oh, that Mega Spider-Man. Oh,
there's another Bruce Lee. So I was saying earlier, we saw the Kato, and there's another Bruce Lee. I think it's just fascinating that there's Bruce in Woodstock, Ontario. He made it all the way over here. The reach of and power of his movies is incredible.
Yeah.
Rainbow Bright, little sprites. And that's Power Rangers.
Power Rangers, yeah, one of them.
That's the RoboCop outfit.
RoboCop.
The helmet and the hand armor, gun, whatever it was.
Looks like a Mego Captain America outfit too, back there.
Yo Joe, or Adventure Team, whatever that was.
Britney Spears.
Talking battleship. I wanted that so bad when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah, I remember that.
I had to settle for the non-electronic version. That's Black Star.
That was a Black Star toy. Yeah, I had that. The only reason I think I begged my mom to get it is because I like the sword so much, that glow in the dark.
Oh, those were great.
Yeah, the angular. Yeah.
Ewok TV movie. There are some horrors in the store as well as treasures. Keychains.
Those are those the, oh no. Oh yeah, okay. Those are the little dollar store ones that were dropping once in a while. Yeah, I got some of those. Those were cool.
These would look good with Transformers, like Masterpiece Transformers. Probably scale up, about right.
The Red Ninja, which I've never seen.
Rolling Thunder, the G.I. Joe, the nuclear capable tank. You know what, Joes? You know what I think this army needs? Nukes.
Oh, B-Wing Fighter. I love that thing, and I actually had the toy of that. And that was one of those things where I think a box of my toys got ripped off in one of the moves I made. And I could never figure out what happened. It just disappeared. It was an old box of Star Wars stuff that was just gone.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Some
vintage and
Star
episode
Wars.
1.
Smurfs.
Yeah. Smurfs. You will always see just piles of those everywhere. I don't think there was a kid alive that in the 80s that didn't have a few of those.
I didn't have any, unfortunately.
Didn't have any?
No.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
I wish
wow.
I did. I wish I did. Yeah.
Now we're talking to me a paint.
Yeah. I wanted to get a good shot of that because you just don't see that anymore, and I miss that.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do a lot of models and stuff. So my mom was always into stuff like this.
The crystals.
Yeah, I wanted to get a shot of this for her. Love you, Mom.
That's gorgeous. My grandma on my dad's side was just really into like crystal, and glass animals and stuff. And I got a bunch of her old stuff from my dad. And one of them that I don't even know what happened to it, but I wish I had it now. We had a Waterford crystal dachshund. And I have no idea what happened to that thing. No idea.
It might be right here because I picked up some stuff from my folks from here, and it's so weird. I found a horse that I thought, well, I bet they'd like this. And I
Mm.
brought it home, and my mom says, yeah, we do like it. We have 2 just like it. I go, well, that's why it kind of spoke to me, because they had it, and it's as old as me. And I just had this distant kind of familiarity with it. I ended up finding one exactly like the one they had from all those years ago in this antique mall.
Well, there's a site out there called like Find My Spares or something like that. And if you ever like break an old like crystal glass or goblet or whatever, 9 times out of 10 you'll find a matching one on this Match My Spares thing. It's people put up like ones, and I had these basically I don't know, highball glasses that were my great grandma's, and I busted one of them. They were like crystal, they were gorgeous. And I found, I mean, these things are 100 years old, and I found a matching one on my spares. It was incredible.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's such a nice thing about collecting, not just toys, but collecting in general. Cool Predator is that cool Predator, a lot of this stuff is replaceable. That's just really cool to know that there's something that you really, really liked, and you can get another one just like it. Not close, but exactly off the production line.
And the fun thing about it too is if you find one, it's like, okay, it's not the one that was your grandparents, but now you've got a story.
Yeah, exactly. And it connects so much of us together. Like, I bet there's a lot of people watching this right now, just like we are, and going, oh, I had that, and I know that, and I have a story about that. And it's like, it's right there in front of me. Like we're connected by this mass-produced thing. Yeah. Sterile and impersonal as it might seem, mass-produced thing to be, it does connect people all around the world.
Yeah, well, there's something to be said for that. Walking through these kind of places and seeing those old toys that you had. Each one of us have been like, "Oh my God, I had that," or "Oh my," whatever. And it just hammers you almost just right in the head.
Yeah.
Just instantly brings you back. Yeah, alternators are so awesome. Yeah. That I think was still my favorite line of Transformers.
I wish it had lasted longer. There's a big Link, life-size Link.
That's cool. Wow, where'd that come from? I wonder if that was a store display or something.
Yeah, it's not for sale. It's just there for display in the game section, but it's humongous. Zelda 2, my favorite game. Just recently played it through again. And really enjoyed it. Thank God for autosave, though.
Yeah, there's something about those old Zelda games like that. The first one I can still probably beat with my eyes closed. I mean, I had that just down. I used to, repeat play it, and I think I'd beat it probably 10 times when I was a kid. Oh, look at all those model kits. Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
All right, that's the second floor. On to the third floor. If you're starting to feel tired, how do you think I felt? Here we go.
I think I'd have had to sit down and close my eyes in a corner or something like that for a little while.
It's like Rhino from M.a.s.k.
It does, yeah. I seem to remember that, though. When I was a kid, I seem to remember there was like a Tonka truck or something like that looked very similar.
I guess it was like a standard stripe color scheme on a big truck like that. But now, since you just never see it, you just immediately go Rhino. Kind of like if you see a COE Freightliner, red one, you're like, Optimus Prime. Like, it's actually pretty common back in the day.
Yeah.
So there's a massive book section off to the side here too. Furniture as well. Everything under the sun is in here. Mm-hmm. It's like a library. More magazines, comics.
Oh, was that I think I recognized one of the covers of one of those. I'd have to look back. I can't remember what it was.
This fridge here, I was wondering if Indiana Jones was in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
And no, he's not.
We'll save you from a nuclear blast, though, so it's good to know in case you're in a pinch.
Lead-lined. This was a cool Harley Davidson booth here.
Yeah.
All Harley die-cast picture. And nothing says Harley Davidson more than
Reese's Pieces.
Greg Brady.
Wow. Okay, that's random.
Random Greg Brady in the Harley section.
Now, okay, mind apologize for my ignorance here. Was that an original? The original
No.
came in boxes, right? Wasn't
I,
that?
I think it's a newer one of the
Okay.
new Marty Mego ones, which are cool. Barbie.
Barbie biker chick.
Yeah.
I think they had a Barbie for everything though.
West Coast Choppers, 6 scale.
Yeah.
Vintage Etch-a-Sketch.
That was another one of my favorite toys when I was a kid. That is amazing.
I Dress Blues for a Marine.
What's
the pit?
that?
That's
Is
the
that a pit?
Yeah, the pit from G.I. Joe,
okay.
Rise of Cobra.
God, I didn't even. Okay. Oh, Rise of Cobra. Okay.
Rise of Cobra. Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't recognize it. I remember that. Wasn't that was 80s, right? That. Oh wow. That
Transporter
thing is cool.
Yeah. Huge section of I guess 90s, 2000s G.I. Joe 12-inch pegboard.
You know what's funny is those were all over the place. I don't know anybody that collected those.
I can't say I bought any of them.
Yeah.
I admired them.
Yeah, they're very cool. They're very well done. But I seriously, I don't know anybody that bought any of those. I mean, maybe it was all kids. Hopefully, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That action force or team or whatever it was. Those vehicles.
Action Team, maybe.
Yeah.
AT. Big Jeep.
Wow, those are epic.
Yeah, they're huge.
It makes me wish that, like, you know, because you see this stuff, and this is the same sort of stuff that was in garage sales all over the place in the 80s. And it makes me wish that I would have known what I knew then, or known what I know now then, as far as like customizing or all that sort of stuff. Because I would have had a field day if it would even have occurred to me to do that. I mean, I had stuff that I'd gotten at garage sales that I used for other purposes and things like that. But I had a Space 1999 ship, and I didn't know what it was from when I was a kid, that I found at a garage sale. And I used to use it as the visitor ship from V. You know, because it was this white sort of, shuttle-y looking thing.
So that's it. That's
incredible.
That was the third floor. And there's some vintage posters on your way down, and I'm heading back to the checkout to pay for my items.
That's just amazing.
Thanks a lot for joining me on this walkthrough, Eric.
Oh, always fun. Wow, I'm just blown away. I've got to make it to one of those someday. That's incredible. Oh, thank you so much for inviting me along again. These are terrific.
To quote one of my favorite Canadians, Norm Macdonald, "Holy Lord, that was overwhelming." I'll be back again, hopefully soon, to take a more thorough look through this place. But that is the one-of-a-kind, and it truly is aptly named, one-of-a-kind antique mall in Woodstock. They tell me it's the largest in all of Canada. I believe it. Probably North America, maybe even the world. This place is unbelievable. Picked up a couple things. Got a cheap undertow, which was cheap because he's missing everything, but I don't care. I'm gonna use him as a driver for maybe the hammerhead or the bug. And man, this is awesome. Another case of Plastic Finds a Way. I've seen these in Walmart and Toys R Us a bunch of times, and I got plenty of Macho Man figures, but what I really wanted this one for is the ring stand display that he comes with. I couldn't really justify the price though, and here I found him for half the price of what he goes for at Walmart and Toys R Us. So it's not just antiques here, it's also some brand new items that you can get on an incredible sale. I mean, 50% off, that's fantastic. And I grabbed this guy. I've already got one, but this one's in much nicer condition, and he was really cheap because he's missing everything. And thanks to Destron Designs new Jetfire Repro kit, he is not incomplete. He's got all the stuff at home that I need. So awesome to pick up another pearly white Jetfire. I'll be able to finally put one in the repro box that I have for display. Hope you had fun going through this place. I had a lot of fun just browsing around, hunting, and taking a look at not just the toys, but all the cool stuff from yesteryear. The old phone stuff, the technology, the other China type of stuff, ceramics, custom-made plush, really all interesting to see. So thanks so much for watching, and until next time, learn to stay.